Hey, what's up everybody? It's Wait here. Today, we're actually going to be trying something that I've never tried before. I want to try to make a FeeMoo squishy. So I'm going to try to turn this guy into this guy. Like I said, I've never tried anything like this before. I've actually never even worked with fabric glue. So we're going to see what happens. This might work out, or maybe this guy's going to be horrifically disfigured by the end of this. We'll see. Alright, let's get into it. It is time for some voiceover action. Alright, there goes the first cut. So to start, I'm going to cut off any pieces that I don't need and try to just smooth out the top of the head the best I can, so I can start adding my own pieces. Here you see me cutting up an egg-shaped squishy. This is actually going to make up the majority of the top of the head. So once I've got that cut down to the right size, I'm going to go ahead and cut out a triangle in the middle so I'm able to roll it up and glue it into the right shape. And here I am struggling with my glue because I forgot to open it beforehand. Alright, I got it. Okay, so once it's glued, I'm going to take some rubber bands and rubber band that together so it's able to dry for a couple of hours. And there I am struggling with the rubber bands, because why not, right? That frustration though. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that again with the other piece. Oh hey look, I didn't struggle that time. So now I'm cutting up a makeup sponge to sculpt the horn part of the head. By the way, other than the egg-shaped squishy that I just cut up, everything that I add to this will be made out of makeup sponges. I know most people that do this use memory foam, but your girl isn't monetized yet, so I don't have that kind of money. And there are the horns. So I'm just going to set those aside right now since I'm still waiting for the other piece to dry. And I'm going to go ahead and start working on the bottom part of the head. Here you see me cutting up the triangle pieces that are going to make up FeeMoo's fur. Next, I'm going to work on cutting out the triangle pieces for the bottom of FeeMoo's head. As you can see, I'll be putting those on the front as well as the back. Now I'm taking another piece of that egg-shaped squishy and I'm going to sculpt out the nose. Ouch. Sorry, little squishy. Hopefully this will be an improvement. Alright, so there I am putting some fabric glue and attaching that to its face. And there I am doing it again, because for some reason it didn't work out the first time. Okay, this is several hours later and now everything is dry and ready. I actually lost the footage of me attaching the horns, but just know I did that with fabric glue and held it together with rubber bands like before. And I'm just going to keep making a few little cuts here and there just to make sure that everything is sculpted exactly how I want it. Once I've got those pieces done, it's time to attach them to the head. I'm actually going to be doing this with a glue gun instead of fabric glue because I didn't know how to secure the pieces long enough to let them dry with the fabric glue. I did try to use the glue gun sparingly though because I didn't want too many hard pieces in my squishy, and as we know, the glue from the glue gun dries pretty hard. The horns are on there wonderfully, so now it's time to move on to the next piece. There you see me sanding the squishy so the surface will be rough enough for the glue to do its thing. I actually didn't catch this on camera, but previously the horns had fallen off because I forgot to sand it. I cannot stress enough how important it is to sand your squishy. If I could go back, I would actually sand the entire thing from the beginning because you do need to sand it in order for the paint to attach as well. Okay, we've got the top of the head done now, so let's move on to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and attach those pieces once again with the glue gun. And here it seems that during the drying time I lost a piece, so I'm trying to build another one out of the scraps that I have left. It is a little bit smaller than I wanted it to be, but I did not have any more sponges laying around, so I had to make do with what I had. Here I'm trying to add a couple pieces to get that top of the head to be smoother. I actually was not able to get it as smooth as I wanted it to be, but it didn't bother me too much. It really wasn't that bad. Once I had all my pieces attached, I went through with some slick paint and just smoothed everything out and filled in every single crack I could find. That way my fabric paint will lay down as smooth as possible. I did a little magic off stage and now I'm ready to work on the face. So there I'm going to cut off anything I don't need and once again smooth that out with some slick paint.
Hey, it's me, not the voiceover me, but the current me. So, I think I've got this looking how I want it to look. It's pretty close to FeeMoo's head, I believe. The body's not quite FeeMoo's body, but I don't want to alter it so much that I'm risking the stability of the squishy. You know, to get it to look like FeeMoo, I would just have to add a lot to it, and I feel like that would just end up falling apart over time. So we're just going to leave it as is and really focus on getting that face right. Alright, so our next step is to coat this in white paint, and from there we'll get to the fun painting. Alright, let's get to it.
So it took about 4 coats to get it uniformly white, and once it was time to do what I consider the best part, getting our color down. Now, FeeMoo doesn't really have a specific color palette because I've drawn him in many different ways, but for this I decided to go with my favorite color combo for him, which is brown on the bottom and purple on top. Here I'm just using a black paint marker to sketch out where the face is going to be. This line is actually going to be completely covered up by paint, so I wasn't trying to be precise with it or anything. This also took quite a few coats to get it down smooth. I want to say 3 coats per color, but once I had that, I just had to do a few more touch-ups, and then it was time to color in the nose.
Okay, so I'm pretty much done painting this. All that's left is the face, and I'm extremely, extremely nervous to do that. I really hope I don't mess it up at the last second. Let's go for it.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, I got so scared when the eyes weren't the same size right away, but luckily I was able to fix them up and get them looking nice.
Alright guys, there he is. There's FeeMoo. I am extremely happy with how this came out. This is my first time doing anything like this, so I thought I was just gonna like horrendously disfigure the squishy that I started with, but no. Look, it's FeeMoo. It's like a little wonky here and there, but I mean, I'm super happy with it. Alright guys, let me know down below what you guys think of this little squishy. And make sure you like, and if you like my content, make sure you subscribe. Alright, bye!